Good evening and welcome to the last night of finals for the Empire Swim Club March Mania meet. The meet will begin at approximately 5:30 p.m. We look forward to a great final swim tonight. Thank you everybody for enjoying the streams.
Good evening and welcome to the finals, the final session of the 2021 March Mania Invite. Our first event tonight will be event 33, girls 13 and over, 200-yard IM. This will be our C final behind the blocks, and we'll be beginning shortly. In the water now is our C finalists for the 13 and over 200-yard IM. In lane 1 is Sylvia Haynes of CSP. Lane 2, Emma Welch of CSP. Lane 3, Lizzie Landike from Blue Wave. Lane 4, Caitlin Coleman from CSP. Lane 5, Abby Sanding, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Molly Henry of Blue Wave. Lane 7, Hannah Stewart, Northland United. And in lane 8, Ella Welch of the CSP Tide Rider swim team. As a reminder of the layout of the pool tonight, the lanes are descending from closest to furthest. Closest lane is 8, furthest lane is lane 1. And at the halfway mark, lane 7, Hannah Stewart from Northland United pulls out. At least 2 body lengths ahead on the breaststroke leg. Once again, at the turn, Hannah Stewart in lane 7 is maintaining lead, closely followed in lane 4 by Caitlin Coleman of CSP Tide Riders. Hannah Stewart of Northland United has won that heat with a time of 2:18.73. Second place, lane 4, 2:19.94, and third place, lane 3, 2 minutes 22.70. In the water now is our B finalists for the girls 13 and over 200-yard IM. In lane 1, Claire Glenn of Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, Avery Kuning from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 3, Lucy Maxey, also from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 4, Maddie McNerney from TST. Lane 5, Avery Goldblatt, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, also from Empire, Ella Hansen. Lane 7, Bella Mittig from Tsunami Swim Team. And in lane 8, the closest lane to us is Empire Swim Club's Emily Pace. halfway mark. We still have a tight race with Ella Hansen slightly in the lead going into the breaststroke from Empire Swim Club in lane 6. Going into the final leg, lane 3, Lucy Maxey has pulled ahead of the competition. And at the turn continues with a close, very close competition from lane 6. And Ella Hansen from Empire Swim Club has pulled that out as first place at a time of 2 minutes, 17.02 seconds. Lane 3, Lucy Maxey comes in at second place at 2 minutes, 17.29. Third place, lane 5, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 20.07 seconds. So we are now announcing our A finalists behind the blocks prior to the swim. In lane 1 is Ella Fries from Empire Swim Club. Lane 2 is Paige Howe from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 3, Catherine Chavez, and also from the CSP Tide Riders. And lane 4, Mary Bazant from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 5, Lainey Weatherby, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Shelby Bouchon, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 7, Hannah Renaud, CSP Tide Riders. And in lane 8, from Ad Astra Area Aquatics, Liza Engelbrecht.
Take your mark.
This remains a very tight race at the midway point with Lainey Weatherby in lane 5 continuing her lead, closely pursued in lane 2 by Avery Kuning, CSP Tide Riders, as well as lane 8, Emily Pace of lane 8, Liza Engelbrecht of Ad Astra. And at the turn, Maddie McNerney now has taken the lead in lane 4, closely pursued by lanes 3 and 5. Winner of that, I misspoke earlier. It was actually Mary Bazant who was our leader, and she continued on through the final leg for a first place finish of 2 minutes 12.34 seconds. Our second place is in lane 3, 2 minutes 14.03, and third place, lane 5, 2 minutes 14.32 seconds.
Change your mark.
In the water now are our C finalists of Event 34, boys 13 and over, 200-yard IM. Swimming in lane 1, Corbin Cole, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 2, Gabrielle Wells, Blue Wave. Lane 3, Cole James, Northland United. Lane 4, Rafael Relena, Northland United. Lane 5, Luke Gill, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 6, Sam Hennepin, Tsunami Swim Team. Lane 7, Grady Burns, Blue Wave. And Lane 8, Seth Augustine from Tsunami Swim Team. At the halfway mark, Cole James in lane 3 is in the lead, followed closely, pursued by lane 4, Rafael Relena. After the breaststroke leg, Rafael in lane 4 has pulled at least a body length ahead now, taking the lead in the freestyle portion. And on the final lap length, Rafael has a commanding lead in lane 4. And the winner of C final is Rafael in lane 4, turning in a time of 2 minutes 12.15 seconds, followed by lane 3, 2 minutes 15.65 seconds, and in lane 5, third place was 2 minute 15.93 seconds.
Change your mark.
Now in the water is our B final of the boys 13 and over 200-yard IM. Swimming in the furthest lane, lane 1 is Noah Reed's Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, Graham Sagal, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 3, Mesas Lagotinov, is from CSP. Lane 4, Gavin Thomas, CSP. Lane 5, Jackson Stewart, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Dalton Frazier, Empire Swim Club. Lane 7, Grant Tabler from Empire Swim Club. And lane 8, Talon Beagle from Tsunami Swim Team. At the halfway mark, Jackson Stewart in lane 5, Empire Swim Club, has pulled ahead. It is being pursued closely by Gavin Thomas from CSP Tide Riders. Going into the freestyle leg, Gavin maintains his lead in lane 4, pursued closely by lane 5, Jackson Stewart from Empire Swim Club. And the winner of the B final, event 34, is lane 4, Gavin Thompson, with a time of 2 minutes, 7.47 seconds. Second place is lane 5, 2 minutes, 10.38 seconds. And third place, lane 2, 2 minutes, 11.88 seconds. And now our championship finalists are lined up behind the blocks for event 34, boys 13 and over, 200-yard IM. In the furthest lane away in lane 1, Garrett Seiler from Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, John Costello, Empire Swim Club. Lane 3, Will Welch, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 4, Caden Murphy, Tsunami Swim Team. Lane 5, Blake Nelson, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Jonathan Beers, Empire Swim Club. Lane 7, Will Thomas, CSP Tide Riders. And our closest lane, lane 8, Holton Starnes, Empire Swim Club.
Take your mark.
Very close race after the butterfly portion with both lanes 3 and 4, Will Welch and Caden Murphy. Very close. But at the halfway mark, Caden Murphy from Tsunami has pulled ahead by several body lengths. Lane 4, Caden Murphy maintains his sizable lead. Second place, though, is up for grabs. Lane 5 and 6, Blake Nelson and Jonathan Beers. And the winner of the A final for event 34 is Caden Murphy, lane 4 from Tsunami, turning in a time of 1 minute, 58.51 seconds. Second place, lane 5, 2 minutes, 2.34 seconds. And third place, lane 3, Will Welch, turning in a time of 2 minutes, 4.28 seconds.
This is event 43, the girls 12 and under, 200-yard IM. Take your mark.
In the water now is event 43, the girls 12 and under, 200-yard IM. In the furthest lane, lane 1, Delaney Mell, representing Tsunami Swim Team. Lane 2 is Emily Glenn from Empire Swim Club. Lane 3 is Adriana Hudnall from Tsunami Swim Team. Lane 4, Elodie Cox, Empire Swim Club. Lane 5, Reese Anderson, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 6, Sarah Miner, Northland United Swim Team. Lane 7, Addison Woody from Empire. And our closest lane, Maggie Dawson from Club North Swimming. And at the halfway mark, Reese Anderson maintains a lead in lane 5, closely pursued in lane 4 by Elodie Cox, as well as lane 6, Sarah Miner. After an impressive breaststroke leg, Elodie Cox in lane 4 has pulled ahead, closely pursued by Reese Anderson from CSP. And your winner of your 12 and under finals, lane 4, Elodie Cox from Empire Swim Club with a time of 2 minutes, 20.7 seconds. Second place, lane 3, Adriana Hudnall from Tsunami, 2 minutes, 24.97 seconds. And in third place, lane 5, Reese Anderson from CSP, 2 minutes, 25.55 seconds.
Event 44, boys 12 and under 200 yard IM. Take your mark.
In the water now is event 44, boys 12 and under 200 yard IM. In lane 1 from CSP, Arlo Zolkowski. Lane 2, Blue Wave, Garrison Wells. Lane 3, Northland United, Tyler Briggs. Lane 4, CSP, Austin Chu. Lane 5, CSP, Aiden Kim. Lane 6, from Tsunami, Graham Henderson. Lane 7, Brady Scremin from Blue Wave. And in the closest lane to us, from Empire Swim Club, Owen Bland, lane 8. And at the halfway point, Austin Chu from CSP Tide Riders, lane 4, maintains a lead slightly over Aiden Kim. Lane 5 also his teammate from CSP Tide Riders. They are battling out the battle of wills on breaststroke. Can be any swimmer's best friend or worst enemy. And still with less than a body length ahead, Austin Chu hits the wall slightly ahead of Aiden Kim, lane 5, for the final leg, the freestyle leg. And the winner of the boys 12 and under 200 yard IM, lane 4, Austin Chu, Closely followed second place, lane 5, his teammate Aiden Kim. And lane 3, Tyler Briggs, third place. Austin Chu, first place, 2 minutes 20.94 seconds. Second place, lane 5, 2 minutes 22.51 seconds. Excuse me. And in lane 3, Tyler Briggs, 2 minutes 31.9 seconds.
This is event 35, girls 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle, keep quiet. Take your mark.
In the water now is event 35, girls 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1, furthest away, is Alina Tran from TST. Lane 2, Avery Whalen, Club North. Lane 3, Lizzie Landite, Blue Wave. Lane 4, Hannah Stewart from Northland United. Lane 5, Caitlin Coleman, CSP. Lane 6, Claire Glenn, Empire Swim Club. Lane 7, Nina Shore, CSP. And in lane 8, closest to us, Ellie Hanchett, Club North Swimming. And the winner of your C final, lane 4, Hannah Stewart from Northland United, with a time of 55.27. Second place, lane 5, 57.13. And third place, lane 3, Lizzie Landite, Blue Wave, 59.43 seconds.
Take your mark.
In the water now are your B finalists. In lane 1, furthest away is Blue Waves, Molly Henry. Lane 2, Empire's Molly Smith. Lane 3, Empire's Ella Fries. Lane 4, Blue Waves, Charlotte Sander. Lane 5, CSP's Lindsay Neighbor. Lane 6, Northland United, Lord Gibson. Lane 7, CSP, Sarah Wallace. And in lane 8, CSP Tide Riders, Everdeen Ferguson. Incredibly close race coming into the final lap, final leg. And your winner in lane 6, Laura Gibson from Northland United, with a time of 55.99. Second place, lane 3, Ella Fries of Empire Swim Club, 56.6. And third place, lane 5, Lindsay Neighbor, 57.14. Your finalists now behind the blocks for the A final. In lane 1, Lainey Weatherby from Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, Avery Cooning from CSP. Lane 3, Grace Koppel, CSP. Lane 4, Catherine Chavez from CSP. Lane 5, Lainey Tejan, Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Torin Walls, Quad A. Lane 7, Maddie McNerney, TST. And in lane 8, Caitlin Hartwig from TST.
Take your mark.
This also is an incredibly close race. Coming into the final length. Race for first place between third, lane 3 and lane 5. And pulling out for a first place run, lane 5, Laney Teachin, the 13-year-old from Empire Swim Club with a time of 54.12. Second place, lane 3, Grace Koppel from CSP, 54.45. And in third place, lane 4, Catherine Chavez from CSP with a time of 55.48.
Take your mark.
In the water now, event 36, boys 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. Your C finalists in lane 1, Grady Burns. Lane 2, Cole James. Lane 3, Brody Black. Lane 4, Evan Krim. Lane 5, Nathan Butler. Lane 6, Ryan Lane. Lane 7, Camden Theodos. And in lane 8, Andy Baklanov. Coming into the final leg, lane 4 with a commanding lead. And your winner of the C finalists in lane 4, Evan Krim from Club North Swimming with a time of 51.21. Second place, lane 5, Nathan Butler, Empire, 53.97. And lane 3, Brody Blatt of a time 54.18. In the water now are your B finalists for the 13 and over 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1 from CSP, Masis Bagatdanov. Lane 2 from Quad A, Giuliano Louis Borides. Lane 3, CSP, Sam Ellenhorn. Lane 4 from Club North, Andrew Hill. Lane 5, Blue Wave, Dylan Bits. Lane 6, Club North Swimming, Adam Hoffman. Lane 7, Empire Swim Club, Ben Luna. And in lane 8, Empire Swim Club, Caleb Thompson. I would like to make a shout out to the ethnic and cultural diversity of swimming. These names are very unique. And the winner of your B final is lane 6. Lane 6, Adam Hoffman with a time of 51.7. Second place, lane 5, time of 52.9. And in lane 7, third place is 52.98. Now, lining up behind the blocks are your A finalists for the boys 13 and over 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1 from Club North, Tony Vanderbeek. Lane 2, Northland United, Clay Hilliard. Lane 3 from Empire Swim Club, Elijah Peru. Lane 4 from CSP, Ryan Monty. Lane 5, Club North Swimming, Jake Anderson Jones. Lane 6 from CSP, Hunter Wilson. Lane 7 from Northland United, Henry Snyder. And from lane 8 from Empire Swim Club, Jackson Stewart.
Take your mark.
Coming off the wall in the final leg, Ryan Monty in lane 4 with a 1.5 body lead, commanding performance. And your winner of the A final, lane 4, Ryan Monty from CSP, with a time of 47.51. Your second place is lane 1, Tony Vanderbeek from Club North Swimming, with a time of 50.44. And your third place finalist, lane 7, Henry Snyder, with a time of 50.64. Lining up now behind the blocks are your finalists of Event 45, girls 12 and under, 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Reese Anderson from CSP. Lane 2, Adriana Hudnall from TST. Lane 3, Sarah Miner from Northland United. Lane 4, Lucy Velty Ad Astra. Lane 5, Eliza Killo from Empire Swim Club. Lane 6, Lena Hosik from Quad A. Lane 7, Emma Stoyevich from CSP. And Lane 8, Avery Melhouse from Tsunami. And at the halfway mark, it's a very close race between lanes 4, Lucy Velty, and lane 5, Eliza Killo. And coming off the wall for the final leg, again, a very close race. Then pulling ahead in lane 4, the winner of Event 45 from Ad Astra, lane 4, Lucy Velty. Lane 5, second place, Eliza Killo. Your winner in lane 4 with a time of 54.94. Second place, lane 5, 56.33. And third place, lane 3, Sarah Miner, with a time of 58.72. Now, lining up behind the blocks are your champions for Event 46, boys 12 and under, 100-yard freestyle. And lane 1, representing CSP, Ryan DeMargel. Lane 2, from Empire, Mesh Wiles. Lane 3, from CSP, Austin Chu. Lane 4, CSP's William Unger. Lane 5, CSP's Mason Voss. Lane 6, from Club North Swimming, Chase Graham. Lane 7 from Tsunami, Cole Tobin. And lane 8, swimming closest to the camera, from Fort Leavenworth, Schaefer Gibson.
Take your mark.
All finals will get 30 seconds into the court to corner the court. Over here by your speaker. All finals in the ultimate for event 37. Please report.
And at the halfway mark, William Unger from CSP maintains a body length lead, closely pursued by lanes 3, Austin Chu, and lane 5, Mason Voss. Very close race right now between lanes 3 and lane 4, with lane 4 out-touching William Unger, lane 4, the winner with a time of 57.95. Second place, lane 3, Austin True, his teammate, with a time of 58.22, and lane 5, Mason Voss, to round out the CSP event with a time of 1 minute .25.
200-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
And now your finalists for the C final, girls 13 and over, 200-yard butterfly. The sole survivor, Serenity Peterson from Club North Swimming. For a 13-year-old with over 1,000 people watching her form, she is doing an impressive job on this 200-yard butterfly. All of her fellow swimmers and coaches are cheering her on as she enters this last moment. One of the most grueling races a swimmer can have. Serenity has dropped her time down to 3:20.37. In the water now are your B finalists for the girls 13 and over 200-yard butterfly. Lane 1, Ava Johnson from Northland United. Lane 2, Ella Welch from CSP. Lane 3, Sylvia Haynes, CSP. Lane 4, Kate Fear from CSP. Lane 5, Castilia Asher from Empire. Lane 6, Anna Williamson from Tsunami. Lane 7, Gabby Workman from Tsunami. And in Lane 8, Katie Jones from Northland United. And at the halfway mark, Kate Fear from CSP is in the lead. Pursued, lane 5 from Empire Swim Club, Castilla Acer. And in lane 6, Anna Williamson from Tsunami. And your winner, lane 4, is Kate Fear from CSP. Second place, Castilla Acer. And third place, Anna Williamson. Lane 4, Kate Fear, turned in a time of 2 minutes, 26.64, followed by Castilla Acer, a time of 2 minutes, 31.16. And Anna Williamson, lane 6, 2 minutes, 33.39 seconds. And now lining up behind the blocks are your 8 finalists for the girls 13 and over 200-yard butterfly. In lane 1, the furthest lane, Ella Hansen, Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, Lindsay Neighbor, CSP Tide Riders. Lane 3, Ridley Newell from Empire Swim Club. Lane 4, Taryn Walsh from Ad Astra. Lane 5, Hannah Renaud from CSP. Lane 6, Lauren Borthman from Fort Leavenworth. Lane 7, Delaney Clark from Empire Swim Club. And in lane 8, Sydney Morris from Tsunami Swim Team. Remains a very tight race at the halfway mark. With lane 4, Torrin Walls slightly ahead of lane 6, Laura Borthman. Still within a body length of each other, lanes 4, 5, 6, and 7. This race will come down to the final leg and the turn at the wall. Near simultaneous turn in lanes 4 and 5. And lane 5
There we go.
And we're back on after a brief audio difficulty. We're entering the final leg of this event. Your B finalists for event 38. And the winner of Heat 2, event 38, in lane 4, Garrett Seiler of Empire Swim Club with a time of 2 minutes, 5.13 seconds. Second place, lane 2, John Costello, also of Empire, for the time of 2 minutes, 9.55 seconds. And in third place, lane 5, Holden Starnes, also of Empire, with a time of 2 minutes, 9.89 seconds. And now lining up behind the blocks are your A finalists for event 38, boys 13 and over, 200-yard butterfly. In the far lane, lane 1, representing Empire Swim Club, is Dalton Frazier. Lane 2, also from Empire, Braden Peoples. Lane 3, unattached, is Sammy Brish. Lane 4, CSP Tide Riders, Will Welch. Lane 5, also representing the Tide Riders, Jackson Fox. Lane 6, from Empire, Caleb Thompson. Lane 7, also from Empire, Luke Hagan. And in lane 8, from CSP Tide Riders, Graham Sagal. Remains an incredibly tight race. At the wall, at the mid portion of the wall, we have a tie between lanes 4 and 5, closely pursued by lanes 3, Sammy Brish. And as we enter the final leg, lane 2 is pulled slightly ahead of lane 4, closely followed by lane 5. And on this final leg, lane 2, Braden Peoples from Empire Swim Club has pulled out an extra bit of energy and is going to win this. With a time of 2 minutes, 1.84 seconds. Second place, lane 4, Will Welch, with an impressive time of 2 minutes, 3.08 seconds. Followed in third place, lane 3, Sammy Brish, with a time and a drop of 2 minutes, 1.84 seconds. And now lining up behind the blocks are your finalists for event 47, girls 12 and under, 100-yard butterfly. In the furthest lane, lane 1, representing Empire Swim Club, Claire Cooper. Lane 2, also from Empire, Elodie Cox. Lane 3, from CSP, Emma Stojevic. Lane 4, from Empire, Sophia Ellison. Lane 5, also from Empire, Eliza Killo. Lane 6 from Tsunami, Adriana Hudnall. Lane 7 from Quad A, Juliet Lee Ingram. And in lane 8 from Fort Leavenworth, Avila Verzola.
Take your mark.
And at the halfway mark, a very close race between lanes 4 and 5. And with a surge of energy, lane 2, Elodie Cox has pulled out a win with a time of 1 minute, 2.85 seconds, followed by her teammate in lane 4, Sophia Ellison, 1 minute, 2.92 seconds, and rounding out an Empire Swim Club top 3 in lane 5, Eliza Killo with a time of 1 minute, 4.15 seconds. Now lining up behind the blocks are your 12 and under 100-yard butterfly finalists. In lane 1 from CSP Tide Riders, Henry Hassenstab. Lane 2 from Northland United, Kemper Roberts. Lane 3 from Blue Wave, Caleb Fino. Lane 4 from Ad Astra, Alice Kriski. Lane 5 from CSP Tide Riders, Austin Chu. Lane 6 from Northland United, Tyler Briggs. Lane 7 from Quad A, Lucas Sherwood. And rounding out lane 8, closest to the camera from Blue Wave, Brady Scammon.
Take your mark.
And at the halfway mark, lane 4, Ellis Kriski is holding a lead. Closely pursued in lanes 3, Fino, and lane 5, Chu. Coming into the final touch with a commanding lead, lane 4, Ellis Kriski from Ad Astra Aquatics, turning in a championship time of 59.93. Followed in second place, lane 5, Austin Chu with a time of 1 minute, 2.17 seconds. And rounding out the top 3, Caleb Fino from Blue Wave with a time of 1 minute, 5.41 seconds, and a drop from prelim. And in the water now are your C finalists for event 39, girls 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. In the far lane, lane 1, Madeline Stone from Blue Wave. Lane 2, Zoe Stallone, also from Blue Wave. Lane 3, Bryn Tobin from Tsunami. Lane 4, Charlotte Sander from Blue Wave. From lane 5, Bella Nintig, also from Tsunami. Lane 6, Zella Barbarich from North Swimming. Lane 7, Callan Fishwick from Empire. And in lane 8, the closest lane to us, Grace Koppel from CSP Tide Riders. Coming in for the final touch, your winner of the C final, lane 5, Bella Nittig with a time of 1 minute 14.2 seconds. Second place, lane 3, 1 minute 15.52 seconds. And in lane 2, third place, 1 minute 15.55 seconds. In the water now are your B finalists for event 39. In the far lane, lane 1, Abby Sanning of Empire. Lane 2, Reagan Graybill from Club North Swimming. Lane 3, Laura Bonds from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 4, Laura Gibson from Northland United. Lane 5, Lucy Maxey of CSP Tide Riders. Lane 6, Lainey Tejan from Empire Swim Club. Lane 7, Alina Tron of Tsunami. And lane 8, Liza Engelbrecht from Quad A. And coming off the wall, a very close race between lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. All within half a stroke of each other. Coming into the final yards, it's going to be a very close finish. And the winner, lane 6, Lainey Tejan from Empire Swim Team, with a time of 1 minute 11.30 seconds. Second place, lane 5, 1 minute 11.54 seconds. Lucy Maxey. And in lane 3, third place, Laura Bonds, with a time of 1 minute 11.57 seconds. And now your A finalists for event 39, lining up behind the blocks. In the far lane, lane 1 from Empire Swim Club, Mallory Brownrigg. Lane 2 from Empire Swim Club, Ella Fries. Lane 3 from Northland United, Chloe Myers. And lane 4 from CSP Tide Riders, Mary Bazant. Lane 5 from CSP Tide Riders, Catherine Chavez. Lane 6 from CSP Tide Riders, Shelby Bushong. Lane 7 from Ad Astra, Torrin Walls. And in lane 8, the closest lane to the camera of Empire Swim Club's Lainey Weatherby.
Take your mark.
Coming off the final turn, lane 3 leads lane 4 by about a half a body. And coming into the final touch, Chloe Myers, lane 3, wins it from Northland United with a time of 1 minute, 6.73 seconds. Second place with an impressive showing, Mary Bazant from CSP with a time of 1 minute, 7.29 seconds. And rounding out the top 3 in lane 5 from CSP, Catherine Chavez with a time of 1 minute, 10.13 seconds. And now in the water are your C finalists of event 40. Boys 13 and over 100-yard breaststroke. In the far lane, lane 1 representing Empire Swim Club, Jace Jones. Lane 2 also from Empire, Adam Hagen. Lane 3 from Tsunami, Dylan Odong. Lane 4 from CSP, Luke Gill. Lane 5 from Blue Wave, Palmer Keith. Lane 6 from Tsunami, Seth Augustine. Lane 7 from CSP Tide Riders, Casey Chu. And in lane 8 from Tsunami Swim Team, Ryan Houck. And coming off the wall with the final turn, lane 5 holding a half a body lead over lane 4. And coming in for final touch and the win, lane 5, lane 5, Palmer Keith from Blue Wave Swim Team. With a time of 1 minute, 6.75 seconds. Second place, lane 4, 1 minute, 8.16 seconds. And in lane 2, third place, 1 minute, 11.67. In the water now are your B finalists for event 40, boys 13 and over 100-yard breaststroke. In the far lane, lane 1, Adam Hoffman of Club North. Lane 2, Giuliano Luli Paredes from Quad A. Lane 3, Sam Ellenhorn from CSB Tide Riders. Lane 4, Empire Swim Club's Ben Luna. Lane 5 from Northland United Swim Team, Henry Snyder. Lane 6, Brady Bell from Club North. Lane 7, John Bellenhausen from Empire Swim Club. And in lane 8 from CSB Tide Riders, Maces Bagatadinov. Wow, that's a tough one. I'm sorry, Maces. And your winner in lane 4, Ben Luna of Empire Swim Club with a time of 1 minute, 4.04 seconds. Second place, lane 5, Henry Snyder with a time of 1 minute, 4.45 seconds. And you're coming in the third place, Brady Bell, lane 6, with a time of 1 minute, 4.92 seconds. Now lining up behind the blocks are your A finalists for event 40. In the far lane from Empire Swim Club, Holton Starnes. Lane 2 from Club North, Jake Anderson Jones. Lane 3 from CSP Tide Riders, Will Thomas. Lane 4, Empire Swim Club, Jonathan Beers. Lane 5 from Empire Swim Club, Elijah Peru. And lane 6 also from Empire Swim Club, Blake Nelson. And lane 7 from Blue Wave, Jack Francis Cummins. And in lane 8 from CSP Tide Riders, Gavin Thomas.
Take your mark.
Thank you.
And at the halfway point, lane 4, Jonathan Beers holds a slight lead over Elijah Peru. Lane 5, closely pursued. Lane 3, Will Thomas. Incredibly close race and finish with lane 5, Elijah Peru out-touching his teammate Jonathan Beers for a first and second finish. Third place, Will Thomas, lane 3. Elijah Peru, lane 5, turns in a time of 1 minute, 1.8 second finish. Lane 2 with a time of second place with a time of 1 minute, 1.88 seconds. In lane 3, third place, 1 minute, 3.64 seconds. Lining up now behind the block are your finalists for Event 49, girls 12 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. In the far lane, representing Tsunami Swim Team, Afton Williamson. Lane 2 from Club North Swimming, L.A. Chambers. In lane 3 from Empire Swim Club, Lucy Knopfziger. Lane 4 from Empire Swim Club, Emily Glenn. Lane 5 from Tsunami Swim Team, Lucy Hemphill. Lane 6 from Empire Swim Club, Reese Stanley. Lane 7 from CSP Tide Riders, Jordan Hamrock. And in lane 8, CSP's Tide Riders, Sienna Kelly.
Take your mark.
And at the wall, Emily Glenn in lane 4 holds a slight lead over her competitors. But with a surge of power, the 11-year-old from Lee Summit, Missouri, Emily Glenn, pulls in the victory. Lane 4 with a time of 35.18 with an impressive drop from her prelims, followed closely by Lucy Hemphill. Lane 5, 36.12, and third place, Lucy Knopfziger with a time of 36.67.
All finalists for Event 41, girls 13 and over 100-yard backstroke. Please report to the course. All finalists and alternates.
Lining up now behind the blocks are your finalists for Event 50, boys 12 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. In the far lane, representing the Empire Swim Club is Dawson Rudd, lane 1. Lane 2 from Tsunami, Mason Nassim. In lane 3 from CSP, Harrison Frost. In lane 4 from Blue Wave, Caleb Fino. In lane 5 from CSP, William Unger. Lane 7 from Blue Wave, Garrison Wells. And in lane 8, rounding out your finalists from Northland United, Karen Ross.
Take your mark.
coming down the final stretch. Lane 4, Caleb Fino with an impressive lead. And your winner is Caleb Fino, the 12-year-old from Blue Wave, lane 4 with a time of 33.33 and an impressive drop from this morning's swim. Coming in second place, William Unger, lane 6 with a time of 34.09. And in lane 5, Aiden Kim, third place, 34.98. Looks like we have a little bit of a pause here in the swimming. The officials have built in a few pauses during this meet because many of our swimmers have qualified in multiple events, and given the lower numbers of swimmers due to the COVID restrictions, we have to allow our swimmers a little bit of time to catch their breaths.
Good looking hat.
Not many people can pull it off. race and events continue.
Take your mark.
In the water now are your C finalists for event 41, girls 13 and over 100-yard backstroke. In the far lane, lane 1, representing Northland United, Michaela Hayes. Lane 2, Anna Stewart, also from Northland United. Lane 3, from Fort Leavenworth, Lauren Worthman. Lane 4, from CSP, Kate Fear. Lane 5, from Empire Swim Club, Abby Sanning. Lane 6, from CSP, Grace Koppel. Lane 7, from Club North, Ellie Hanchett. And in lane 8, from CSP Tide Riders, Sarah Wallace. Coming off the wall is a very close race between lanes 1, 3, and 4, all within an arm length of each other. And your winner in lane 3, Laura Borthman from Fort Leavenworth, with a time of 1 minute 2.86 seconds. Second place, lane 4, 1 minute 3.21 seconds. And in lane 1, third place, 1 minute 4.24 seconds. And now your finalists for your B finalists for event 41 are in the water. In the far lane, representing Blue Wave, Molly Henry. Lane 2, Caitlin Dahl from Empire Swim Club. Lane 3, Sophie Howell from CSP Tide Riders. Lane 4, Erin Davis, Empire Swim Club. Lane 5, Caitlin Hartwig from TST. Lane 6, Emily Pace from Empire. Lane 7, Alexa Workman from Tsunami. And in lane 8 from Empire Swim Club, Castilia Acer. And coming off the wall in the final turn, still holding a lead is lane 5. Caitlin Hartwig from Tsunami. And your winner of the B final, lane 5, Caitlin Hartwig of Tsunami Swim Team, with a time of 1 minute, 2.08 seconds. Second place, lane 2, Caitlin Dahl, with a time of 1 minute, 4.17 seconds. And in lane 3, Sophie Howell of CSP with a time of 1 minute, 4.67 seconds. Lining up now behind the blocks are your A finalists for event 41, girls 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. In the far lane, from Northland United Swim Team, Chloe Myers. From lane 2 from CSP, Emma Welch. Lane 3 from CSP, Avery Kuning. Lane 4 from the CSP Tide Riders, Paige Howell. Lane 5 from Empire Swim Club, Avery Goldblatt. Lane 6 from CSP Tide Riders, Caitlin Coleman. Lane 7 also from CSP Tide Riders, Lucy Maxey. And in lane 8, Blue Wave Swim Teams, Charlotte Sander. At the halfway mark, CSP teammates Paige Howell and Avery Kuning, lanes 4 and 3. of speed coming off the wall in the final leg, lane 4. Paige Howe of CSP will hold on to win the 100-yard backstroke with a time of 58.82 seconds. Second place, her teammate Avery Kooning in lane 3 with a time of 1 minute and 0.82 seconds. And in third place, Caitlin Coleman with a time of 1 minute, 1.15 seconds. In the water now are your C finalists for event 42, boys 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. In the far lane, lane 1, Sam Hennefit from TSP. Lane 2, Charlie Hill from CSP. Lane 3, Gabrielle Wells from Blue Wave. Lane 4, Casey Chu from CSP. Lane 5, Andrew Hill, Club North Swimming. Lane 6, Rafael Relena from Northland United. Lane 7, Ryan Lane from Ad Astra. And in lane 8, Levi Katzenberger from Blue Wave Swim Team. And off the wall in the final leg, lanes 3 and 4 are neck and neck. One pull away from each other. Coming into the final, lane 3, Gabrielle Wells of Blue Wave Swim Team has held on for the win with a time of 59.87 seconds. Second place, lane 4, Casey Chu with a time of 1 minute, 0.53 seconds. And in lane 8, third place, Levi Katzenberg with a time of 1 minute, 0.74 seconds.
Change your mark.
And in the water now are your B finalists for event 42, boys 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. In the far lane, representing CSP, Brody Blatt. Lane 2, also from CSP, Gavin Thomas. Lane 3 from Quad A, Giuliano Lula Paredes. Lane 4 from Empire Swim Club, Noah Reeves. Lane 5, Empire Swim Club, Andy Baklanov. Lane 6, also from Empire, Grant Tabler. Lane 7 from CSP, Hunter Wilson. And in lane 8, rounding out your B finalists from Empire Swim Club, Ben Luna. And coming off the wall in the final leg, a race that is very close between lanes 1, 2, and 5. With lane 5, Andy Baklanov of Empire Swim Club holding on for the win with a time of 59.23 seconds. Second place, lane 8, Ben Luna with a time of 59.86. And in third place, lane 2, Gavin Thomas with a time of 1 minute, 0.5 seconds. 0.05 seconds. And now lining up behind the blocks are your A finalists for event 42, boys 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. In the far lane, Garrett Seiler of Empire Swim Club. Lane 2, also from Empire Swim Club, Luke Hagan. Lane 3 from Club North Swimming, Evan Krim. From lane 4 from Tsunami, Caden Murphy. Lane 5 from Northland United Swim Team, Clay Pilliard. Lane 6 from CSP Tide Riders, Ryan Monty. And lane 7 from Empire Swim Club, Jackson Stewart. And rounding out your A finalists, also from Empire Swim Club, lane 8, Connor Weatherby.
Change your mark.
And in at the halfway mark. Cade Murphy holds a slight lead over lane 5, Clay Pillard, followed closely behind in lane 3 by Evan Krim. And then a very close finish. Lane 4, Caden Murphy has held on for the win. Caden Murphy from Tsunami Swim Team with a time of 54.43 seconds. Lane 3, Evan Krim comes in with a close second at 55 seconds flat. And in lane 5, Clay Pillard from Northland United with a time of 56.04 seconds. Now lining up behind the blocks are your finalists for event 51, girls 12 and under 50-yard backstroke. In the far lane, representing Empire Swim Club, Miller Wood. Lane 2 from Empire Swim Club, Claire Cooper. In lane 3 from Empire Swim Club, Sophia Ellison. From lane 4 from Ad Astra Area Aquatics, Lucy Velte. Lane 5 from CSP Tide Riders, Reese Anderson. Lane 6 from Tsunami Swim Team, Avery Melhouse. Lane 7 from Fort Leavenworth, Avila Brazola. And in lane 8 from Club North Swimming, Maggie Dawson.
Change your mark.
And at the finish, a very close finish. Lane 5 pulls it out. Reese Anderson from CSP Tide Riders with a time of 29.45 seconds. Second place, closely behind lane 4, Lucy Velte with a time of 29.60, followed by lane 3, Sophia Ellison, Empire, 31.93 seconds. Lining up now behind the blocks are your finalists for event 52, boys 12 and under 50-yard backstroke. In lane 1, representing Tsunami Swim Team, Cole Tobin. Lane 2 from CSP Tide Riders, Ryan DeMartle. Lane 3 from Tsunami, Graham Henderson. Lane 4 from Quad A, Ellis Kriske. Lane 5 from CSP, Aiden Kim. Lane 6 from CSP Tide Riders, Mason Voss. Lane 7 also from CSP, Will Blassmeyer. And in lane 8 from Northland United Swim Team, Kemper Roberts.
Change your mark.
And the winner of your event 52, lane 4, Ellis Kriske with a time of 29.88 seconds. Second place, lane 5, Aiden Kim from CSP Tide Riders with a time of 30.40 seconds. And rounding out the top 3, Graham Henderson, lane 3 from Tsunami with a time of 30.84 seconds. Appears we'll be having another compensatory pause here in the action. Let some of the swimmers regain their oxygen levels. Empire KC would like to thank Gladstone Community Center for their help and hospitality in hosting the meet this weekend. Would also like to thank the CSP Tide Rider team for their help with the live stream, which allows our families to watch their kids swim without having to endure 98-degree, 100% humidity environments.
Can you walk outside without your shoes? No, I went to the bathroom to change. Oh, we were so worried. Yeah.
But I don't think you would leave without them because
Austin, let me try.
We have just a few more minutes before we resume swimming. Our final two events, event 53 and 54, are staged, lined up, and they are proceeding to the blocks. So lining up now behind the blocks are your finalists for event 53, girls 12 and under, 100-yard IM. And the far lane, representing Empire Swim Club, Emily Glenn. Lane 2, representing Tsunami, Avery Melhouse. Lane 3, representing Northland United Swim Team, Sarah Miner. Lane 4, from Empire Swim Club, Eliza Killo. Lane 5, from Quad A, Lena Hussick. Lane 6, from Empire Swim Club, Sophia Ellison. Lane 7, from Tsunami Swim Team, Delaney Melb. And in lane 8, from Club North Swimming, the 11-year-old Ava Mouse.
Take your bar.
And after the butterfly leg, lane 4, Eliza Killo has a slight lead over her competitors, which remains as she enters into the halfway point. And now in the final leg, a very close race between lanes 2, 3, 4, and 5. And pulling ahead for the win, lane 4, your winner, Eliza Killo from Empire Swim Club with a time of 1 minute, 7.54 seconds. Second place, lane 5 from Quad A, Lena Hosick with a time of 1 minute, 7.79 seconds. And rounding out the top 3, lane 3, Sarah Miner with a time of 1 minute, 8.13 seconds. And now lining up behind the blocks are your finalists for event 54, boys 12 and under, 100-yard IM. In the far lane from Northland United Swim Team, Tyler Briggs. And in lane 2 from CSP Tide Riders, Mason Voss. And lane 3 also representing CSP, Harrison Frost. In lane 4 from Quad A, Ellis Christie. And lane 5 from Blue Wave, Calum Fino. In lane 6 from TST, from Graham Henderson. In lane 7 from Club North Swimming, Jace Graham. And in lane 8 from Empire Swim Club, Nash Wiles.
Take your bar.
coming off the wall after the butterfly with a slight lead. Lane 4, Ellis Krisky. Pulling in very close behind lane 3 is Harrison Frost. And with an impressive breaststroke leg, Callum Thino has now taken over second place. Still pursuing lane 4, Ellis Krisky. And coming into the final stretch with an impressive lead, lane 4, Quad A's, Ellis Krisky. With a time of 1 minute, 2.78 seconds. Close behind lane 5, lane second place, Callum Thino with a time of 1 minute, 5.8 seconds. And third place from CSP Tide Riders, Harrison Frost, lane 3 with a time of 1 minute, 7.79 seconds. This concludes our swim meet, and I'd like to thank all the swimmers for their great performance and congratulate them, and thank the parents for their time and effort and the volunteers. We look forward to our next event, next time that we can race together. Thank you.